It's nice. It's nice to be on first because it means I'm the first person who can wish you all a happy Ash Wednesday.
Hey.
Now, you might not know what that is because it's always overshadowed by the more popular religious festival of Pancake Day, Pancake Tuesday. And the reason it's more popular is because on Pancake Tuesday, you eat pancakes. On Ash Wednesday, you eat nothing for 40 days. It's now also known as what happens if you don't turn up for your job centre interview day. Because the Tories like it so much, they're thinking of spreading it out, and all pensioners and unemployed people will now be paid in eggs and flour every 40 days. And if it becomes really popular, they're going to roll it out across, not to everyone, but they're going to include the disabled as well. So that's nice. But, last time I was here, it's 30 days ago since the last, 3 months ago since the last time. So I've got a lot of material, it can all count as current affairs, I think, anything in the last 3 months. And what has happened is the weather has gone mental, hasn't it? Absolutely mental. A lot of people blame global warming. I don't. You know what's to blame? The person who called it global warming. Because you don't tell British people that if they don't clean up their act, it's going to get warmer. It's a bit like telling your kids, if you don't stop breaking your toys, you're going to get bigger and better toys. I mean, we all get a bag for life. We make an effort, don't we? Sometimes we even use it twice. But we're all secretly, well, I don't know how you secretly do it, but we're all driving around in 4x4s, doing the school run, and do 6 miles to the gallon or whatever, just hoping, go and speed it up. I want to sit on those sunny British beaches soon. And you can't fill up with dirty fuel, can you? Have you been into a petrol station? Unleaded petrol, unleaded petrol, unleaded petrol, unleaded petrol. If you don't sell petrol with lead in it, right, that is all just petrol. I don't know why, or, more to the point, how the fuck they put metal in a liquid in the first place. But the reality of it is, they added the lead. They haven't taken anything out, and now, because they don't add the lead anymore, they think they've got the right to make all the pumps green, and act like some eco-warriors. I mean, I can talk. Obviously, I want it to speed up global warming because I'd like it to be nice and warm, like all of us did. We were misinformed by the phrase global warming. I mean, I started burning coal. I haven't got a coal fire. I just burn it in my garden. Just piles of it. Not the smokeless stuff either, the real smoky stuff. It goes straight up, cuts through the ozone layer. Now, I've used so much of it, I've got like an ozone hole in my garden. Direct sunlight comes in. When my dog goes out for a crap, it comes back with scorch marks on his face. But now, I realise, I mean, if I'd have known global warming, what it actually meant was it's going to rain so much, the seas will rise and the beaches will move 100 miles inland. So by the time you get the sunbathe on them, you'll be sunbathing underneath the Birmingham Ring Road. Then I wouldn't have done it. I mean, that would be a deterrent, wouldn't it? Don't clean your act up, otherwise you will have to go on holiday to Birmingham. Then we would have stopped. I mean, now I've cleaned up my act. I'm a recycle, free cycle, upcycle, downcycle. I do everything except for actually cycle. Because the fact is, nobody wants to see a middle-aged man cycling, do they? In cycling shorts. Every time I see a big, fat, middle-aged arse through my windscreen, it makes me think Boris Johnson really was the man for those cycle routes. Because he obviously never had a scale electric, did he? Because if he did, he wouldn't have designed them in a figure of 8 formation. Everyone knows figure of 8 don't work. That bit is a nightmare. And what's my next bit? That's what I want to know. What's my next bit? That's what I'd love to know. What comes after Boris Johnson? Oh yeah, the reason I don't wear cycling shorts is because I'm middle-aged. I've realised now that I'm middle-aged. I've had to come to terms with it. For ages I was thinking, no, I'm not middle-aged, I'm fine, I'm young. But I was in a vintage clothing store recently, and I was trying loads of clothes on, I was thinking, none of it goes together. And it wasn't the clothes so much, it was when I finally realised, the fact is, vintage clothes don't go with a vintage face. It's like double denim, there's just too much of the same thing going on. I think in fashion circles they call it the wrinkle ratio. You should never do all of them at the same time. But at least they've had a bit of time to get used to being middle-aged. Poor old Frankenstein, remember him? Like you would. Remember Frankenstein, right? They made him middle-aged immediately, didn't they? No wonder he was angry. He got up off his bed and he's like, bring it on, come on life, like that. And he's thought, I'm a bit big for a baby. And then he looks at himself in the mirror like this and he's gone, what the fuck have you done? The 19th century, graves are packed full of young bodies who've died of scurvy, all sorts of medieval diseases. Somehow, you bastards have managed to find a 50-year-old bloke's head. Not to mention a 7-foot-tall body. We're talking the average life expectancy about this time is 25. Average height's 5'2". I'm going to proper fit him down the beer cellar, aren't I? I doubt I'll even fit through the fucking door, you bastards. What are you thinking of? Now what comes next? Now I really have forgotten what comes next. So he's. I really will fit down the beer cellar, won't I? Oh yeah, that's right. So then he gets to his first birthday. Then even worse to come. He'll get to his first birthday. He'll get shit presents because he'll have no transition through toys, games, money, car, all the stuff you get when you're young, straight into the shit you get when you're middle-aged and no one wants to buy you. This is what I got last year for my birthday. I got a star named after me. I got some rainforest and an acre of the moon. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but basically I got fuck all. 3 certificates with dubious legal credentials. If I fly up to the moon, right, when they colonise it, 250,000 miles on Ryanair with no legroom, and you know where Ryanair's airport will be? Now the moon's got a nice bright face round the front, round the back of its head, that's where its airport will be. And I'll have to come all the way around the front to the Lunar Land Registry. You think they're going to take me seriously when I turn up and say I want to buy land with a laser copy printed in a crystal shop by a man in a caftan? I don't think so. I was going to throw it away. But one thing I did find is that middle age ain't so bad, right? But I found something out. It's worse than middle age, much worse than, it's probably worse than global warming, in fact. I did an online questionnaire supposed to tell me what social class I fit into. So I was middle class. I was so pissed off, it took me 2 bottles of Chablis to calm down. I ain't having it. I'm having some of it. I'll tell you what I am having. Cricket. Because cricket is brilliant if you're lazy. What I do is I put the telly on, Saturday morning, test match from somewhere in the world, any 2 teams, I don't care, I fucking hate cricket. And if my wife says to me, Hank, can you take the rubbish out? I'm like, I can't, I'm watching the cricket. She'd be like, it's alright, do it after. When does it finish? Tuesday. But before I go, I'm going to go back to an old friend of mine. I pay tribute to someone who's consistent in these times of turbulence and change. He's stayed consistent throughout all this time. He's a man called Julian Assange. He's the leader, he's the founder of WikiLeaks. Grey hair, baby face, shouts secrets around balcony around the back of Oxford Street. Well, he's stayed consistently a self-important tosser. And he's also stayed consistently around at the Ecuadorian ambassador's flat since he ran away, hasn't he? I mean, he's someone you definitely don't want coming and asking if he can crash at your place for a while. Because when he turned up, he's knocked on the door and he said, listen, I've got myself into a bit of trouble. It seems I've grassed up a couple of powerful nations for secrets they didn't want me to tell. And I've also allegedly raped a couple of women in Sweden. So I could do with a sofa to crash on that's got diplomatic immunity for a couple of weeks while it blows over. And the ambassadors thought, that's all right, they'll laugh. Staying on the sofa for a couple of weeks, wind the Americans right up. 2 years he's been there. You know, he must be proper sick of him by now. He can't even go out and replace the milk he's drunk with nothing, can he? They're sticking him in Guantanamo Bay and waterboard him. When he wants to watch something serious on telly, wants to watch Panorama, Question Time, Assange will be there with the remote. I want to watch the woman with a giant leg on Channel 5. What can he do? He's a guest. Worst of all, he's ruined all of his fun. Because you know what these ambassadors are like? Bit of taxpayers' money in their pocket. away from home, their own flat. They invite all the other ambassadors around once for a month, don't they, for a bunga party. On the phone to Berlusconi, you bring the women. On the phone to the Colombian ambassador, you bring the cocaine. Swiss ambassador, you bring the Ferrero Rochers. And there they would be, sex and drugs and Ferrero Rochers. All at the taxpayer's expense, all under wraps. No one will ever know, unless you've got the world's biggest grass living in your chest. And everyone's going to know about it. Thank you very much. Good night.